What are you going to do with them? Go to a supermarket? Would that be paper or plastic? Just fill my empty sagging ass sacks. That's all they're good for. That's why I say eat, mange, eat. Because I know my body's changed. There was a time in my life I dreamed of being a professional athlete, I swear. And then I thought, well, I just want to be a great athlete. I want to play basketball all the time. I love sports. And then I just want to be in good cardiovascular shape. Now, I just don't want to have tits. It's very hard being a comedian and not being a wise guy in certain situations, you know? It's like at the airport, those security questions, I've got to bite my tongue. I got to check my bag. Has a stranger packed your bags? You know, it's funny you should ask. I was at home the other night, right? And not one, but two strangers come up at my house, and they say, we understand you're going on a little trip. Any chance you could pack your bags? Well, you seem like nice enough, strangers. Take them upstairs. You know what I need. Don't be a stranger, l'stranger. Have your bags been in your sight since you left the house? Well, it's so hard to drive and keep looking back. I put them in the trunk of my cousin Ernie, the demolitions expert. Who's going to take something from a stranger on an airplane? Who's going to be that stupid? You're hopping on a plane, you're all happy, guy's hiding behind a pillar. Hey, pal, psst, come here. What is it? Don't worry about what it is. You'll find out soon enough. Here, take this on a plane and tell him the stranger sent you. And here's a little glow-in-the-dark trinket for your trouble, blessed by St. Anthony. Now get out of here. Thank you. This is my whole family. All they talk about is food and disease. That's all they talk about, food and disease. And they're competitive with illness, you know? I got a cold. I wish I had a cold. I don't even have sinuses anymore. It's fun to be in this environment again, too, for me, because I was a waiter in New York. And I was the worst waiter in the history of New York. I was one of these waiters. Oh, geez, customers, that's all I need now. Like, my night isn't bad enough. You gotta bust my chops. What are you gonna want, coffee? Tell me now, because I ain't dancing back and forth for you and your dollar. Oh, boy, $1? Now I can go to a good college with my dollar. Is this Yale University? May I attend your Howard Halls in my single buckaroo? I used to hate the Chipmunk family. Get these people, they're ready to order, they're all nervous and agitated. Me, I'll have a... What do you want, like a nut, a walnut? I'll tear some bark off a tree, you Bucky Beaver bastard, you. I love those guys who would try and get, like, ridiculous substitutions. Hey, brother, home slice, check it out, bro. Instead of them celery sticks, can I get me a veal parmigiana? Why don't you chuck that parsley and slip me a shank steak home chicken? That's one thing nobody ever bitches about is parsley. You never see some indignant customer, waiter, please, can we get a little more parsley here? Be fair. The only thing I could be is the pepper guy. The pepper guy's, you know, he has like an attitude. So all you gotta do is pepper. Fresh pepper? You sure? Because I ain't coming back. I used to work in a diner in New York. People would come in and order bluefish and then complain about it that it wasn't fresh. Waiter, the bluefish isn't fresh. No kidding, it's Lou's Diner, it was never fresh. Matter of fact, it was never even fished. It was probably found floating dead on polluted waters. That's why we can afford to sell it here. Probably died of food poisoning. Bon appetit. Bon appetit. That's my girlfriend. My girlfriend's French, right? My girlfriend's a French-Canadian. Like a little duck. And she is really a bitch. I mean, she's really... I love her, but a bitch. And you know, that's what I think. They have instant replay in football. Don't you wish they had that in real life? Your girlfriend comes home in a bitchy mood. Why get that bitchy look on your face? I don't have a bitchy look on my face. Oh, yeah? Why don't we just go to the videotape? You know what's cool about stand-up for me? I go to Ireland every year. It's so cool. It's the only place I've ever been called a wuss for going to bed at 5:30 in the morning. Where are you going, Tom Irrera, little guinea wuss? 5:30. Oh, the sun's not even completely up, you little dago bastard. You can't drink. I wish I could drink like that. I wish I could drink. That's what like I said, my goal is to be bloated this year. And I'm amazed by those guys. They get up in the morning, like in LA, because you got to get up at 10 o'clock to watch football. They're pounded down like 20, 30 beers. And then they go, what do you want to do tonight? I don't know. Get a beer? Yeah, that sounds good. After about 20 or 30 beers, I like to wash them down with a nice cold brewski. Then they go to a bar, they drink all night, walk outside. What do we do now? I don't know. Get one for the road? We'll get a six-pack. Now we'll get a case. It's 2 blocks. We might hit a light. We go back to my house. I got a keg with 2 nozzles and 2 catheters. We'll insert the catheters into our penises and nozzles into our mouths. We don't have to move. We'll just stand there with the remote. This is every dinner. This is every dinner at my house. Just about to get the fork in my mouth. You know your cousin Dolores? Yeah, Mom. She's got a big goiter on her neck, bigger than her own head. Here, have some meatballs. She has to have it drained. Here, have some gravy. My mother is the most depressing human being in the world. You know what her favorite game is? Guess who died? I don't want to play Guess Who Died. All right, guess who has diabetes? She always has like these mystery ailments. What's the matter, Mom? What's the matter, Mom? I don't know. My finger's snapping. What do you think that is? I never heard of that. Is that bad for you, Mom? I never heard of finger snapping. Maybe you got an audition for West Side Story you don't know about. I never heard of finger snapping. We lost my grandmother recently. No, she didn't die. We lost her. She actually shrunk to the point we can't find her anymore. It's so sad because we know she's still in the house. She's just not visible to the naked eye. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. There's not a bright side to everything. What's the bright side to shrinking? Hey, maybe someday I'll be able to stand up in the back of a car again. Wow, I haven't had this view since I was 4 years old. Hey, anybody know where a little tyke like me can get a pony ride around here? And my mother instilled a lot of sickness in our heads, you know, always worrying. Don't eat the mayonnaise if it's out in the sun, God forbid. Salmonella. Salmonella. How long's that salami been hanging? Salmonella. I didn't even know what salmonella was till I was 12 years old. I thought salmonella was some guy who should run around and dip his ass in mayonnaise products. How long's this guy been out? Why doesn't he get a job, a life, for God's sakes? And that's the kind of stuff that stays with you as an adult, you know? You cut to, I'm a grown-up, I'm in a hotel. I love hotels. I put the Do Not Disturb sign on. The maid calls me to see if I want my room done. As if the Do Not Disturb sign's for anybody but the maid. Like I'm worried about some guy walking down the hall. Hey, you in there? You serious about this sign? Or do you want to be disturbed? Hey, you don't need your bags packed, do you? Boy, when I was a kid, we used to fight all the time, right? But like the thing with the guns today, you know, I was thinking maybe I have an answer. Maybe Dom Irrera, killer comedian, in his own hilarious way has it. I think maybe we should all have guns and have them out all the time. Hey, how you doing? Good. What's going on with you? Everybody nice and easy. Tell your aunt I said hi, all right? And I definitely have the solution for gang members who are convicted of a violent crime. Once they're set back on the streets, they should only be allowed to skip. Because you can't have an attitude if you're skipping. What the hell are you looking at? You can't get in a fight if you're skipping. You couldn't get out of a fight in my neighborhood. You know, it's like, what are you looking at? Nothing. What are you calling nothing? Nobody. What, I'm nobody to you? Everybody had their own style. The black guys would tell you straight out, I'm going to mess you up, man. I'm going to mess your ass. I'm going to hit you so hard, when you wake up, your clothes going to be out of style. I'm going to mess you up. The higher they talk, the harder they were going to hit you. I'm going to mess you up. I'm going to mess your ass, you chicken wing. The Italian guys will give you options. Hey, how would you like it? I take your head. Hey, I pull your eyes so far out of the eye socket you can actually watch your own vicious beating. Would you like that, my friend? Spanish guys, right to the point. I cut you, cacaro. Nobody wanted to fight more than the Irish kids. The Irish guys would fight at the drop of a hat. They were incredulous. You want to fight me, man? I'll tell you what, man. You better kill me, man. Because I'm mental and I never forget. You better crush my body the size of a pea, because if this one finger lives, I'll haunt you with it. I'll jump up and down in front of your window at night when you're having dinner. I'll climb up your steps like a sleepy and girl can poke you. I'll put a plunger on my knuckle and hop up your brick wall. Even if the minutest sliver of the fingernail lives, I'll wait on your bathroom floor and infect your foot. That's how crazy I am.